Hello guys and welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda and today I am going to be reviewing the ColourBlend Spectrum Noir Essentials 24 piece coloured pencils. I bought these because I just want to find another cheap alternative to Polychromos and Prismacolor and Luminance so that I can use them in my colour books and other drawings in my sketchbooks or whatever, so that I can preserve my Faber-Castell, Luminance and Prismacolor for portraits or commissions. So I bought the 24 just to try them out, and the problem with me in buying smaller sets is that I'm spoiled with the Faber-Castell 120 and I just feel like I don't have enough colours. But we are going to go in and review these for you, and I'll tell you what it says on the back. It says, Spectrum ColourBlend pencils bring you affordable artist quality and premium performance. Used alone or with markers and mixed media, their high pigmented velvety texture provides superior blending with outstanding tonal range, perfect for all kinds of art, illustration, sketching and design, and they're wax based. This set comes with a white, linen, eggshell, peach, canary, pumpkin, nectarine, vivid pink, pink violet, mulberry, jade, pistachio, sage, vintage blue, Perusian blue, twilight blue, sado brown, cinnamon, russet, smoke pewter, don't know if that's how you say that, taupe or taupe I suppose sometimes call it, and black. So quite a good range there. No reds, but there are some, like russet would be counted as a red but looks more like brown to me, like it's brown rose or something, I don't know. Anyway, so we are going to crack these open, show you some swatches and demonstrate these in a colour book probably, because that's what I want to use them for. So sit tight and keep watching. Okay guys, so we are going to look at these pencils and I'll show you what they look like, and this is going to be kind of like a first impressions video. Ow! Because I haven't used them like at all apart from swatching, so we will just open them up. And in the tin they come with this thing that I hate the feel of, but it protects the pencils pretty good, and this is what they look like, and I've obviously moved them all around so that I could take pictures of them, because I'm planning on putting a blog review on this once I've used them a bit more. So the pencils look like this in the tin, and we're going to let's bring out this pumpkin orange. So this is what the pencils look like, and I'm just going to zoom in so that you guys can see that a tiny little bit better. It is a kind of purpley barrel and it's got the name written here, and the colour on the end, it's also got a gold band. It's written in gold, it's quite easy to read as well, and it's got Spectrum Noir ColourBlend or Spectrum ColourBlend written on there, and they come pre-sharpened to a kind of dull point, so I haven't sharpened them yet because I'm scared. I don't want to sharpen them just in case they break. So anyway, let's just zoom out so you can see a little bit better. The colours, I will say, are a little bit off to the pigment themselves. The white looks purple for some reason. I don't know if that's my lighting or not, but it looks purple to me. The first thing that I'm going to do is a couple of colour swatches. It's a couple of days later because I did re-record, well, I tried to edit that video that I recorded before, and I decided that it wasn't coming out the way that I wanted it to, basically because I was comparing it too much to other coloured pencils, and to give this coloured pencils a fair review I wanted to not do that and redo it so that I don't have to compare them as much, because I'm not going to like them if I keep on trying to compare them to other coloured pencils. So we're going to start as if I have never used coloured pencils before, well, with a little bit of knowledge obviously, and we're going to go through a series of tests. But first of all, I'm going to do some swatches with them, and I thought that I would show you guys that so that you guys can see. So let me do that first of all. We're not going to swatch the white because it's too white basically. Let's see. I need about half an inch down, I would say. As I am laying these down, I can feel that they feel really creamy, but at the same time they also feel a little bit scratchy depending on what part of the pencil you hit. And I noticed that when I was using them before, when you first sharpen them it's really creamy, but when you get down to the base of the core it starts to get really scratchy. These pencils are quite similar, in fact they're probably about the same as the other Spectrum Noir pencils that I reviewed on my channel, and I'll link that here, but they seem to have sorted out their quality control issues. There's not as much breakage, they're a little bit bigger in the barrel, the core is a little bit bigger and the casing is a little bit bigger as well, and they just seem to have a more professional look. Okay, I don't know if you've seen that, but this kind of just fell on top of me. It is a breakage basically, and it came from the Canary, and it just fell right out of its casing. It wasn't a snap. So I just said that they had fixed their quality issues, but this is basically what was happening with the old Spectrum Noir colouring pencils, blendable pencils, and yeah, I'm not happy with that, really. I'm not happy that that just broke. So we'll do a sharpening thing here. Basically, to get the best sharpening possible, you need to have a really new, really sharp blade with these, but they do sharpen really well and really cleanly and nicely. If it's not this Canary pencil apparently, because this Canary pencil does not want to sharpen apparently. I know you're supposed to sharpen you're supposed to turn this and not the pencil, but honestly that just does not please me whatsoever. Okay, so let's give it a pull and see what happens. Right, I can see there's a little ridge along, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a little ridge right along the wood, between the wood and the pigment. I'm not sure if it's holding it properly, there's no support there, so I don't know if that has anything to do with the breakage. Anyway, let's continue on. After I do these swatches, I am going to go in with the colour books and see how they perform on a colour book page, or just colouring in general rather than going through these tests, because it's important to know how they perform while you're actually using them in a colour book as well, because they might act completely different from these little tests that you're doing while you're colouring along. And now I'm going to set up to do the testing that I want to do. Basically we're going to do a series of blending tests, and we're also going to do a black test to see how black the black actually is compared to the luminance. And the reason I want to do it comparing the luminance black is because I know that the luminance black is really, really black. So we're going to put down here luminance black. We're just going to draw a simple box, and then we're going to write here Spectrum black. You can have, I've seen people test pencils with like sheets that they print out with all their testing things on them, and you can do that. It'll be much easier to test all your pencils if you get a lot. So we're going to fill in the luminance black and the Spectrum Noir black and see what one comes out the blackest. Okay, that's pretty surprising. I don't know if you guys can see that, but basically this black actually looks blacker than the luminance black, and it was much easier to get this black to lay down without all the white speckles compared to the luminance black. That's really, really surprising. Also, there was a lot of fallout with this black pencil, and this is how much of the core it used. And then this is how much of the core that used. So, you know, the luminance is winning on the core usage, but I didn't sharpen this to the same point, because I will say that even though I sharpened all the other pencils that I have sharpened with this sharpener for these Spectrum Noir pencils, I had to use the big hole on this sharpener to get my black to sharpen, because it just wouldn't fit inside the hole, which is weird because all of the other ones did and they're supposed to be the same size. So I don't know, I had to switch to this sharpener and use the bigger hole for this black pencil. I haven't sharpened them all, so I'm not sure if that's the case with any of the other ones, but we'll see. The next test that I'm going to do is the Blendability Test. So I'm going to use the Nectarine, which is more of a red colour than an orange, and the Canary to see if they blend well. So I'm going to go in with a light to medium pressure, and we're just going to see if these blend well. I'm going to come into the middle, or more like 3/4 of the way. Okay, so I reckon that's about 3/4. I'm going to do the same with the Nectarine. Back in with the Canary and try and blend it in a bit more. I think I need to go back in with the Nectarine just a little later. Right, so we'll leave it at that. You can get a nice blend if you try. It usually helps if you only use one colour in the immediate blending colour family. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to try and make a pretty colour. We're going to try and get a green by blending the blue and yellow together. And I'm going to try the white blending method. Okay, now we're going to try and blend it with this white, and I'm going to sharpen it before I do so. Okay, it's not the best. I think that I actually needed more pigment on this than I put down, but I can tell that it's working pretty well. If I had more pigment down, it would work a little better, but that's how that looks. At least you can get a pretty green out of that. Now what we're going to do is try and get a purple from the blue and the red, so the Nectarine colour. But we're going to use baby oil for that. I would use Gamsol or odourless mineral spirits, but I don't have that at the moment, so I have baby oil. So we're going to try and do that and see how it blends together. You probably won't get a nice purple out of these colours because they're not the exact perfect match. You'll probably get a more muddy one, but we'll see how it goes. Using a pink is probably better to get a better purple, and we'll try that as well. Okay, we're just going to try and see if we can blend that together. See, you're going to get a really muddy colour. It doesn't work too well. See how it works to blend out its own self. It works pretty well, but again, you would be better using a different mineral spirit or something rather than this. Let's try using the pink colour with the blue, see what happens there. Okay, that gives you a much nicer purple. Okay. And again, putting more pigment on and building up the layers will be really good. I'm going to let it dry for a bit and then we'll go over the top of it again, and then we'll get on to the colouring page that I want to do to test out these pencils properly. Okay, I've let this dry a little bit and I'm going to go in with again to see how good they layer on top with that pigment blended in with the baby oil. I know with the mineral spirits, this really does work very well with layering on top, but I'm not sure if it does with the baby oil or with these pencils, to be honest, so this might not be a fair comparison, but we're going to do it anyway. But that is a lovely colour. Anyway, so that's my little test and swatches. The next thing on the list would be to go in and do the little page that I have set out so that we can test the pencils properly. So we are working in The Magical Jungle by Joanna Basford, and we're just gonna see if we can get this at a good angle so that you guys can see properly. And I'm just going to colour this as if I was colouring this page, so I might not use every single colour, I might, but I might not. And we're just going to try and make this look beautiful. So it's going to be a little bit of a speed colour for you guys. Okay guys, so I've kind of ran out of recording time, and I think that what I'll do is I will finish this and put it up on my Colour Book Tuesday videos so you guys can see the finished product, and then I can have 2 videos out of the deal. But I think that I have reviewed these to the extent where I now know my opinions about them, and basically these pencils are really good quality for the price. They do come in sets, so I don't think they are singly sold, which is a bad thing in my opinion, because if you run out of one of these pencils then you would have to buy the whole set again to get a new one for one pencil. They blend really well, effortlessly I would say. You can't put too many layers on top of each other without them resisting too much, but you don't really need to because you can get beautiful vibrant colours. I would say that these pencils are more marketed towards the crafters, card makers, people like that, people that don't really colour in too much with too many layers. I don't think that you could do a decent portrait with these pictures. You could, however, do a decent colouring page with them and make the results look really cool and really nice. There is a little bit of a shine, that's the wax bloom. Some people like that, some people don't, and I just think that they are generally good. Comparing them to other pencils, I would say that I would prefer to get the Faber-Castell or the Luminance, but if you were going for a cheap budget but really good quality pencil, I would say that these are definitely one of my top ones. The other ones I would say would be Pablo by Caran d'Ache, but even then I think that these are a good choice because you don't have to do too much work to get the colourful, nice, even graduated blends, and they are really nice. Gradient blends when I say. Yeah, I really do like them, and they do perform well. They have snapped and broke on, well not snapped but fell out on me a couple of times, which isn't an issue, but hopefully that was just to do with packaging and they might be a little bit more careful with your set. I did get them online because I can get them online on Amazon for £19 something, whereas in my Hobbycraft store I have to pay £25 for them, which is a lot more than what I was willing to pay. You can get them in different sets. I only have the Essentials pack. I think there's 3 or 4 other packs available, all in different kind of sets, and I would like to get them to try them out and maybe review them for you guys as well. So if you would like to see that video, give this video a thumbs up, comment below and subscribe, and I will see you